talking to friends. You're gonna be live on the internet. That's fine. Be fine. Yeah.
Testing. Testing. Hey, it's working. That's interesting. Okay, so this is the first time that I've ever done this in particular. Okay. Oh my god. Alright. Do the thing. Did it save? Yes, it did. Okay. Okay.
Hey.
Hey. What are you laughing at?
I sound so weird on stream.
Ugh. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's no, like, start button or anything, so I'm just going to click. Oh! Individuals suffering from anxiety or depression may not have a safe experience playing this game? Okay. By playing, I agree that I'm at least 13 years of age. I consent to exposure of highly disturbing content. That's such a weird intro to something called Doki Doki Literature Club. Oh my god. Alright, please enter my name. Jeremy. Hey!
You're
Should
just
I-
now entering your name for me.
Should I, read out all the dialogue?
Yes.
Okay.
And then I can try to voice some of it, but as you can see how long the lag is.
Yeah, you don't have to. I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. The girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently. Sounds like me. And I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Ah! I'm not voicing that. Oh, I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Oh my god, her face, it's, Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say it like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Jeremy. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Jeremy, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm really not interested in... Oh wait, no, that's me. I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking, either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me, when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. A NEET? You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright, alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. I know the feel, Ro. I know the feel. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Oh wait, no, Sayori. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know... Know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please! Why do you care so much anyway? Well... I kind of told the club yesterday that I would bring in a new member, and Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep! I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine. I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes! Let's go! And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejected... What?
Did you remember to open the game files?
No. I can do that right now.
Okay.
Okay. Why is this important?
Well, it's not important right now.
Right now.
Later.
But later. Let's see. I have to... DSPC. Go to where I have Steam. Where are all of my games? Maybe if I just search for Doki. Hey, look at that. Alright. I've got it open. It's now open in the background.
Great.
Okay. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here! I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Girl 1. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. I'm trying to come up with these voices like on the fly and trying to remember them. Girl 2. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Girl 3. Ah, Jeremy, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. ... All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you even looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back toward the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Ah, well, it's nice to meet the both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Jeremy. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class, smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Come sit down, Jeremy. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there's one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Oh, ah! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki! Well, you know... Just hurry and take one! Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious! Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I... Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything? I thought you technically did. Sayori said. Well, maybe. But not for you, dummy. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this class? Oh wait, no, that's me. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. Oh wait, no, that was Monica, not another girl. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. Well, we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, to be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Though I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events, like the festival, that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it! Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So Jeremy, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. What a fucking chump! Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasp something that I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you? I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ah, I hate horror! Oh, why's that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud! And give that back! Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems. Everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I just think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No! Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. What have I gotten myself into by playing this game? Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Nat and Yuri. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of your own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Jeremy? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join the club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But... I'm sorry, I thought... Jeremy... You all... I'm defenseless again, against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy! Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Wow, cursing in this game. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the Literature Club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monika looks over at me once more. Jeremy, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Jeremy, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right. Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Oh, man.
Who do you want to date?
I don't know. Let me just focus on the words. Okay.
Well, no, this is how you figure out who you want to date.
Okay. Do you have some insight to share with me first, or do you want me to just do it?
Okay, so certain words match with certain girls.
Okay.
And so the words that match whichever girl the most, that's the girl that you start going onto her path.
Okay. If I choose insight, that's got a purple tint to it. Do they all have a purple tint to it? Yeah, they do. I'm gonna go with insight. Nibble.
When you pick a word, one of the girls on the side will jump. That's the girl who matches with that word.
Oh. So if I choose massacre. Aha!
Due to the lag, I don't know who jumps for like a minute.
Okay. So purple-haired girl seems to like horror, so I'm gonna go for that theme. Haha.
I do enjoy it.
What?
Yeah, that's her name.
Yuri, yeah. Graveyard. Haha. Tragedy. No. Whoa.
Who jumped from tragedy?
Sayori did, I think. Yeah, it was Sayori.
Oh.
Incongruent? Yeah, there we go. Pain? That was Sayori likes pain apparently. Melancholy. There we go. Uncanny. All right. Ooh. Entropy or depression? Let's go with entropy. I like entropy. Yeah. A rain cloud? That was Sayori. Jesus, suicide? God. Fantasy definitely is for Yuri. That was for Natsuki. What? Death. That was for Sayori. What the hell? Alone. That was for Sayori. Stop this. Horror. Horror has to be for Yuri. It is. Misery. It's for Sayori. Melody. That's for Natsuki. Existence. Huh?
You're so hard.
Existence. All right. Inferno? Yeah. All right, I think this is the last one. So anything that's been like bad, like pain, Sayori is all about that. But like more, I guess, more philosophical things, Yuri is about. So I think philosophy is going to be something for Yuri. I was right! Alright, here we go. Hi again, Jeremy! Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club, and I'm gonna go ahead and save here real quick. Just to hit save, empty slot. Okay, cool. Return.
I will say that the beginning of the game is a little bit slow.
You don't say. Anyway, back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Jeremy. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Jeremy always gives his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Jeremy can become good friends too. Sayori. Or no, me. Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situations she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? But wait. Well, wait, Sayori. Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like it's a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal of it if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. Backhanded compliment. And we could, discuss it, if you wanted. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you! I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew! Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. ... That only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to... I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. Fairly obvious, huh? Okay, fairly obvious. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about, anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright, I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Jeremy? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. Man, this game is just a bunch of dialogue, isn't it?
It's a graphic novel.
Oh man. In here I thought like I'd actually be doing like something game-wise. But it's...
I told you it was a graphic novel.
And please stop me if I start talking too much. Stop! I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club, after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just not something I'm very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry, I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do. I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm, on the right side of the book. That way, I turn a page, and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page? Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. Even though you're such a dumbass, you can't read that fast. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses all the things that she says and does, like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. Yuri remains silent for a moment. But Jeremy, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait! I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know that you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. ... I guess I meant more it's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? Well, of course, my girl Yuri. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her, if you know what I mean. I can trust her opinion, to be fair. ... As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What was that? ... question mark. Did I just say that out loud? Yuri covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. Is this in parentheses? Is this her thoughts? You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. ... Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing that I recognize in new writers is they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. Bathing? Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm. Breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Click outside the poem to continue. Dot dot dot. I'm sorry. I have such terrible handwriting. Oh, did you notice? From my inability to read certain words. What? Don't lie. I wasn't thinking that at all. Don't lie. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Yeah? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Jeremy. Yeah, didn't you catch that, Jeremy? Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive too, so... Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all of this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Jeremy. A little bit personal there, huh, Yuri? Me too. Who should I show my poem to next? How about my girl, say you? No, you know what? You let me know, Bird. Who am I gonna show it to next?
Natsuki.
Natsuki?
Because I like him. Yeah, I love Natsuki. She's a little tsundere.
Okay. Dot dot dot. Dot dot dot. Question mark. Jeremy, if you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home. What? Harsh. What? You expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid? I'm not. I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Exclamation point! Painful to think about? Dot dot dot. Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I'd tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you'll probably think it's stupid. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try, but that's about it. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. Yeah, be honest. I am. He is, somehow. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly! I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, and then I made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something, noob. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Who should I show my poem to next? Huh?
Oh, you're actually asking me?
Yeah, I'm actually asking you.
Oh,
Monica? Monica. Hi, Jeremy. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring the things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Jeremy. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But isn't that sort of barrier it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, Jeremy. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. What?
In the chat, Agent Kiwi.
Agent Kiwi? Yo. Yo. Who am I playing with? I was requested by a friend to do a stream of this game. It's not multiplayer anyway, so really, they're watching and I'm reading it. Okay.
I didn't want to type mostly because you'll hear my keyboard since I'm using the internal built-in microphone.
Yeah. God, this music is just so cheery.
I think it stays cheery if I remember.
I might have to turn the music volume down just because, oh my. Yeah, I'm gonna do that now. I'm just gonna, let's see. Music volume, just gonna bump you down a little bit. There we go. That's manageable right there. Alright. Doesn't look like there's any more talk in the chat. Thank you for letting me know that, because I didn't really. I'm trying to put my phone right here so that I'll see that. And also I should actually be able to bring up an app on my computer that should tell me if it'll load. There we go. Alright. There we go. Alright. I should have it up on my computer now, so just in case anyone else says anything. Do I have any other games? So I stream a bit of PUBG. I have Monster Hunter. I have a lot of Xbox games that I'll stream using the Twitch app on Xbox. Monster Hunter, not Monster. Not too big into playing computer games, just because I have a laptop and not like an actual like desktop computer that I'm planning on maybe eventually building my own desktop and getting like a setup so I could do that, but at this moment in time, not really. Is it easier for me to type in the chat to answer you, or is it alright for me to use my voice? I know there's like a delay of like 15 or so seconds. Okay. Oh, alright. That way it always counts when I put in some effort. back to the game. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know, that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. Oh, I didn't think I'd read that. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. Canada. This guy's from Canada. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Okay. Let me move this real quick. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See? The direction the spackle protrudes? A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. Oh, I gotta go down. I was looking out, and he, on the other side, was looking in. I just drove my moose to Timmy's this morning and walked my Canadian goose. Oh, man. I love when people just feed into it and just, it's great.
It is. Did you know, like, geese have teeth in their throat or something?
They have teeth in their throat?
I think so.
I'm gonna have to wiki fact check that later.
It's terrifying.
That is terrifying. Alright, I'm gonna get done with Monica's poem real quick. It's really interesting. So what do you think? It's
The poems do get better, though.
okay. I'll take your word for it.
Or at least I think it's going to be better.
It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. It's the teeth at the back of their mouth, says Agent Kiwi.
That's close to the throat.
That is close to the throat. That's, dare say it, the top of the throat. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Was she really just like standing there in front of me doing that? Because that's like something I perceive her saying like at the front of the classroom, in front of the whole, all 4 other members. Ugh.
She's like a teacher.
Sure. Well, I guess no one's left but Sayori.
Your best friend.
My best friend! ... This is a good poem, Jeremy. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't take it, or that you wouldn't do it seriously, or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's just like I said before, Jeremy. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, are you? Or, trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only good people do. Is the game good? My friends make fun of it. I would also make fun of it.
It's an interesting game, I can say that. I just want you to get to this one part of the game. That's pretty much it. I want to see your response to it.
Oh boy. Like, how long is the game and how long is it until that part?
I think you're gonna write like another 1 or 2 poems before then?
Another 1 or 2 poems. Okay.
I can't fully remember.
Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay! Now you read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Let me move this chat thing. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me, kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above. The sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No, just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school? It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. What?
Eggs and toast are good.
With sugar on top? Well, I guess there's no point. What?
It's good with sugar.
Uh-huh. I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I'll look forward to it. Phew! I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. I sigh. I guess it's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant this language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out that nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Jeremy did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Jeremy liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Jeremy appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know that he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Jeremy started showing up. Natsuki! What? What were you saying?
I was waiting for that part. Because out of all four girls, Yuri, she does have the biggest boobs.
I noticed. Oh, man. Okay. Natsuki? Natsuki, that's a little... Both of them together. I can't really do a voice together. Do you want to say it with me?
I'm trying to spell and I'm doing terribly.
Are you writing in the chat?
Nope.
Oh, okay. I guess, whatever. This doesn't involve you, says both of them. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turn towards me as if they've just noticed I was standing there. Jeremy, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should just jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Jeremy. Wait! There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Jeremy? Wait, no, that's me. Well... ... How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think of me more highly of me. So, of course, that's going to be...
Your waifu?
Huh?
Your waifu?
My waifu. My chosen waifu. The chosen one. My girl, Yuri. Alright. Picking it. Natsuki. You're right that I liked your poem. See? Wait. That's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different. That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously. I understand. Yuri. You're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed. Well, But here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it, and it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute. I see. I didn't notice that I'm sorry. Ooh. But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that... Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too? Natsuki clenches her fists. In the end, nobody has taken her side. She's trapped, at this point being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up even feeling bad for her. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head. Sayori, she doesn't need to... You know what? I'm gonna do that. It'll spare me from having to look at all your faces right now. Without warning, Natsuki snatches her poem up from the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumples up the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash. Natsuki? She didn't really need to do that. I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in an adjacent chair. Sigh. Everything alright? I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now. No, Yuri. How could anyone not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you. Well, alright. I believe you. Thanks, Jeremy. You're too kind. I'm thankful to have you I'm thankful to have you a part of this club now. That's a weird sentence. It's nothing. One more thing. That one thing that Natsuki said about, I would never do anything so shameful. So, What thing did Natsuki say? Her boobs? Well, never mind that. I'm gonna make some tea. Good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay? Yeah. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright, well, mostly. Jeremy, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you'll learn something from your friends, too. So your poems will turn out even better. ... I think to myself. I did learn a little bit about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Jeremy, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? Between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. Phew. Jeremy, It's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you, too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to this kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as the internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah. Let's do this. Okay. How long have I been streaming? Let's see. I can't tell.
A little over an hour, 30 minutes, I think.
Okay. Do you want me to call it there and like resume this tomorrow or something, or do you want me to keep going?
It's up to you.
I mean, like, are you getting tired of it at all?
I'm enjoying your reactions to things.
Okay.
What do you think of the game?
Huh?
What do you think of it?
I've never played a dating sim before, so yeah, there's that. All right, let's build this next phone. Yeah. All right. So going for my girl Yuri. Hi again, Agent Kiwi. Or should I say, hi again, Agent Kiwi. So let's see. We've got a list of words here. Yuri, more philosophical, but like philosophical words, but not like philosophical things like rain clouds. So I think anxiety will be for my girl Yuri. Yeah! Alright. I don't get it. I changed my time and said hi, Kiwi. Oh, cause like Agent Kiwi, so like I put my finger to my ear, it was like I'm speaking into like a voice receiver or something. Hi, Agent Kiwi. You know, Agent Kiwi. Alright. Next word. Yeah, like an agent. See? We're gonna be best friends. I can see it now. Let's see. Disaster, I guess? I don't know, I think it's gonna be for Sayori, just because the pain thing. Sayori jumped at pain. No idea why. Alright. Alright, it was for Yuri. Awesome. Okay. Unending. I like the way unending sounds. Let's do it. Yeah! Alright. Existence. Yuri jumped at existence before, so I have no reason to think she won't do this time. Yeah! Philosophy. Yeah. Entropy. Yeah. Graveyard. Alright. Graveyard. Was that it? I don't know if that was the one that Yuri jumped at.
I think it was, but I can't remember.
I almost think it wasn't. I think it was Sayori. But that's like maybe Eternity, but Essence, Secretive. Those are like the four that I think that Yuri might like. Eternity, Essence, Secretive, and Graveyard. But Graveyard's got that like that feel to it. Let's see. Graveyard, here we go. Yeah! Alright, all that thought for nothing. Man. I almost want to say broken, but I think that'll be something Sayori likes for some odd fucking reason. Precious, maybe. Journey, because she likes those fantasy stories. Infallible. I don't think so, actually. Defeat, maybe. Let's go with Journey. Alright! I'm not doing half bad. I'm 9 for 9 right now for my girl Yuri. Hell yeah. Let's see. Passion. It has to be passion. No! Alright. I think I chose Insight before for Yuri, and I think it worked. Yep. Let's go with Vivid, because I think I chose Hopeless before, and I don't think that worked. Yeah. Intellectual. Yep. Sensation? Let's go with that. Yeah. Extraordinary? Let's try it. Sayori. Climax. Destiny. Destiny. Yeah. Warm, because we picked Sensation, so it makes sense. Sayori. Infinite. Or Melody. Melody, I remember that one. No, that was Natsuki. Horror. Getting down to the last two here. Incongruent? Yeah. I think I chose Inferno, and I think that worked. Yeah. Alright. I was like, what? Like 16 or 17 out of 20 all going for Yuri? I like it. Let's scroll this up. I did. I'm really going for my girl.
Your waifu.
Alright. Another day passes, and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Has it been a couple days? Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Jeremy. Yo, Sayori. Yo. 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 Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Why that all of a sudden? No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. And then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Spill. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair! How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all of your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that only leaves the one option. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. I didn't notice she was listening in. Her face is in her book, as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri! Tell Jeremy to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. ... I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's the fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the revolution? The revolution. Could we not have come up with a better word than revolution? The consequences? The consequences? I'm gonna reread that with consequences.
Revolution's correct.
Is it though?
Yes.
Is it though?
It is. It is.
You like that laugh? Oh, which one? The or the I did something bad, and now I have to accept the consequences. Retribution. That. Still, coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Pwap! What the hell? Kia! Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Ow! What was... a cookie? Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution. Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you. But then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction though. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Geez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Sayori suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot over just one. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. There is a lot of laughter in this. It's supposed to be like anime girls being cute, and all anyone writing ever seems to think is cute from anime girls is when they go
Because anime girls have to be cute but dopey.
You know, the reason that I chose my girl Yuri is because she's a little less dopey than the other ones. Facts.
So it wasn't the boobs?
No, that's just a good afterthought. Hey, everyone likes boobs, okay? Alright. But yours is chocolate. Yeah? Why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki and then wraps her arms around her. My voice is going to hurt after. Possibly. Jeez! Oh, I'm clicking on the chat. Okay, here we go. I get it. Cookie still in hand. Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Hey! Did you seriously just do that? Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori? Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room. Where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular, after all. You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me? Suddenly, the door swings open. I read that and I didn't quite read it the way it was supposed to be read. Anywho. Yeah, no, I was reading it and I was about to say it out loud, and then the last word is just a little bit different than I thought it was. You don't know? I'm gonna message you in Discord what I thought it was for the briefest of moments. I don't know. I saw that for just a split second, and I was like, nope, that's not it.
You never know. It can be indeed.
Oh, that's why I double checked and read it again. Ugh. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I just kind of lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring, at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. I don't, really. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica. Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yay! That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Jeremy. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So, I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. I choose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri's back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Ha! Hey Yuri. I suddenly noticed that Yuri is reading a different book from the one we've been reading together. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. No. I was kind of just waiting for you. If that's the case, why don't we go ahead and get started? Yes, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk and then we'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms, especially because of her long legs. Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. Yeah, why not? Shall we go then? Yeah. Where are you two off to? Yuri's gonna make some tea, so I suddenly realized how weird it sounds to explain this to Monica. We're just filling the water pitcher. Ah, okay. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. It's kind of a one-person job, isn't it? Monica, please mind your own business for once. Or do you want to tell me there's something wrong with helping involve Jeremy in club activities? Exclamation point. My mouth gapes. I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Then let's go, Jeremy. Why is Yuri choosing to put some fucking backbone into just the simplest of things? Oh my god. Yuri quickly exits the room and I follow. Once in the hallway, she suddenly, getting some Sean Connery in here, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Yuri, something about the way she said that. It made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? No, Yuri. What?
She's jealous.
Jelly, she's getting jelly. I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that. Jeremy, how come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? Because nothing that you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions and we can't always hide them away. But you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane. Getting so descriptive. No. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that? Friend, you say? She just got friend zoned. Yuri lifts her head. Jeremy, I really like being friends with you. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that, but I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway, yeah. Shall we go? Yeah. Yuri and I walk to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we return to the classroom. Jeremy, do you like oolong tea? Yeah. Anything is fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature in the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything? In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. What?
Is 200 degrees really the proper temperature for oolong tea? Because I recently learned that different teas actually do need to be set at different temperatures for different steeping times. And it's complicated.
See,
this is why I don't drink tea.
I don't really like tea. I'm not really a tea guy.
Don't like tea.
Yeah.
It's complicated and it's gross.
Yeah, it's watered down leaves, right? Like.
Yeah, watered down leaves. Just like how coffee's just watered beans.
Watered crushed beans.
True. Watered crushed beans.
Okay. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show. And you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around, anyway. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Jeremy. It's very endearing. That's... Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this.
I've been trying to remember for like 2 days.
Right? I watched Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Jeremy, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Why is that? It's a little bit easier on my back. Sir Crack-a-Lot? It's easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Look, she's not even that busty. Why is she having back pain? She's not she's not even that busty. She's not. Look at how inhumanly skinny she is, right? So
That's when you're extremely inhumanly skinny and your boobs exist, you're gonna have back pain.
Okay, but they're not that large. Like, I'm no expert. Joints and thumb. Yeah, there's 2 digits on the thumb that I can crack both of them. Not right at the moment, just because I just did that. But anyway, her tits are not that big. I'd say she's like probably a C for her frame. A C's not that large. It's good, but it's not that large. The girls that like have back pain are probably like in the D range.
But like you said, she's really skinny.
Okay.
There's no meat on her bones.
Okay, but like C's aren't that heavy. Like it'd be like a couple pounds at most. She's not crushing.
Don't know how strong her bones are.
She's not crushing beer cans with those things, okay?
We don't know how strong her bones are. We don't know if she drinks milk.
Oh my god, well, I was about to make a joke. Anyway.
Also, look at how much hair she has.
That is a fuck ton of hair.
Hair is heavy.
It is. Another reason I chose her, I like longer hair. Anyway. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Gotta get back into character, you know. Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's most likely because your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading? Yes! I have terrible reading posture. So that's why we should sit on the floor. What?
That's not at all what she was gonna say.
Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieved the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies that I kept hidden from Sayori's candy radar. I take it since it'll go well with the tea. Yuri and I then sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Exclamation point. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading when a woman is touching her shoulder to my shoulder? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. Because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all of my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally manage to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. That's okay. I won't take any. Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then it might get smudges on the pages. You're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so I don't have any harder of a time reading it from... she holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri is already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate, and I hold it up to Yuri. I was expecting this. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if the situation was completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened.
It looks like there's barely any chocolate in her mouth.
Yeah, no, it was tiny. It's gone now. Jeremy. Sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. Well, you were just helping. That's something that friends do, right? I mean, not really in this kind of context, but yeah, that's all it was. Yeah. Then, you don't need to stop or anything. Oh my lord. Really? Really? You don't need to stop. I never said stop. I see. The situation has gotten really tense. Yuri tries to return to the book, but I can't tell just by her expression that she can't. But I can tell just by her expression that even she can't. Ugh, man, just everything's conspiring against me on this one sentence. Do I have any idea how to clip something? I think there's a button.
I have no idea.
Let me pull up Twitch and see if I can figure out this thing. Twitch.
Okay, well, while you're doing that, I'm gonna go grab a charger.
Okay. Hurry! Channel. Oh! Okay. Channel. Ooh! I hear myself. That's not great. I'll save that. Ooh! I hear myself. That's not great. I'll Yeah, okay, so, it's on the video, it's that little, like, fucking, like, director's clip thing. It looks like, yeah, that thing. I hate hearing myself. I'm gonna click off this now. It also said Alt X as probably like a shortcut.
Did you figure out how to click it?
Yeah. So, I'm gonna grab an ice cream sandwich real quick. Ugh.
Alright.
And almost back. Alright, I'm back. Agent Kiwi seems to really enjoy my cackling, so he decided to save that.
So, what do you think of the game so far?
So, I hesitate to call it a game. It's not really.
Yeah, I get it. It's a graphic novel, but
Yeah.
everyone calls it a game, so...
It's a slightly interactive graphic novel that I have to click to advance the dialogue.
That's most graphic novels.
Well, I mean, some graphic novels you can just turn the page.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to wait for a funny moment, he says. Thanks. Are you trying to say I'm not funny?
Sometimes the Twitch says you have 3 users watching, and I never... Oh, now it's back down to 2.
Wait, what?
I never know who sometimes randomly you'll get a 3rd viewer, and I have no idea who the 3rd viewer is.
Is it like Thronezilla or Electric Skateboard? Because they're both bots.
No, I meant like on the watching now underneath the video. My cat's lying at the end of the bed.
Nice.
She's just laying there sleeping.
Adorable.
I'm surprised you didn't hear her earlier when she was rubbing up against my computer.
I didn't hear that. Although I did hear a bell. Is that like your caller or something?
Yeah, it's a caller.
Alright. Yuri. I can tell by her, I can tell just by her expression that even she can't focus now. My heart is pounding. I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers. But this time, Yuri's eyes meet mine. ... How did it even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breaths. Breaths. I raise my arm. Like before, Yuri parts her lips, but it's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it in her mouth. I feel her hot breath on my fingers. Okay, everyone! Oh, Yuri jolts back. It's time to share poems! Jeremy, you can help Yuri put away the tea stuff, right? Yeah, of course. Okay, thanks! The spell is abruptly broken. I'll take care of the cups. Yeah. Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean up without so much as a word between us. I get the feeling this is something neither of us will have the courage to bring up. Who should I show my poem to first? No contest, my girl, Yuri.
Oh,
Let's let's see what you've written for today. ... Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Jeremy, this one might even be better than yesterday's. How did you even pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday, I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why you did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Good to know. Even her hands appear sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine. Take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. Checking my whispers. Ugh, whisper. I gotta go to my page first. Okay, back to the game. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. I know. Yeah, just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy. Are you saying that you've never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it. I really only write for myself. And besides, people would just laugh at me. Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh. Even your close friends? ... Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway, do you want to share the poem you wrote today? Yeah, I do. If it's with you. Okay. The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an inordinary human? Am I reading that right? Inordinary?
I don't know. I can't read script very well.
I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences. Well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more.
Okay.
The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity. The raccoon, an urge. Alright, scrolling down a little bit. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon is taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood. Classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again. Huh. So, she's not feeding the raccoon, she's tempting it, and then eating the bread? That's a little mean.
No, that's not exactly.
I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sorts of things that I'm usually forced to keep to myself, so I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Why do you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing, and people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, Jeremy? Well, yeah, I guess I do. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect each other and our individualities. Even if it's different sometimes. Man, what is up with me? Even if it's difficult sometimes, and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad you're a good listener. You're good at a lot of things. Writing, listening. There really aren't many people like you, Jeremy. Oh, this bitch has known me for 2 days. 2 days. All I've done, apparently, is write a poem or two. She hasn't even... Oh wait, no, she did read the second one. Listened to her. Okay. That's exaggerating a little bit. It's just how I feel. I never thought I would feel so comfortable sharing my writing. But now, I almost feel like I look forward to it. It's just a really nice feeling. And you're to thank for that. It's nothing. Really, it's nothing. Yuri smiles sincerely at me. For just a moment, her tipness seems to disappear. Alright. I think I'm gonna call it. I think that's gonna be it for the first part of this stream. I'm gonna save. Yes. Okay. Everything is saved. Did you enjoy that?
Yes. Did you enjoy that? That's
I've never played a game like this. It was entertaining. And yeah, I guess I'll play it again tomorrow. Possibly. Probably.
If you can figure out that split screen thing, I can help you with the voices.
No, you don't have to.
Oh, but it'd be so much fun. And I wouldn't have to worry about this delay.
If you really want to, then I won't stop you.
We'd have to figure out the voice thing, though.
Yeah.
Not the voice thing, the
Alright,
split screen.
well, thank you in particular to Agent Kiwi for being such a cooperative viewer, chatting with me so much. You're so appreciated, and I think we're going to be the best of friends here on. Bye! Alright, now to end the stream. No! Bring it over. Okay. Bye for real.